What is going on, people? Let's see if I can get some people in here real quick before I start this video and start blabbering about what I have to blabber about. So, as the title reads, do not put a restriction on your license. Grumpy the Trucker, what's going on? Do not put a restriction on your license. What do I mean by this? I've had four drivers call me. All right. With what's going on with this pandemic and stuff, there's a lot of programs right now that are, people are claiming that they're not working, so they're willing to pay for you to go to school to get your license, your CDLs. A lot of these schools are training you guys on automatic trucks. Stop training on automatic trucks. I know these schools are trying to tell you guys, while most of the big companies are using automatic trucks, do not go for that, okay? You want to train on a manual truck. You want to train on a stick truck. If you train with a stick truck, you will not have no restrictions. You can drive an automatic with no problem. But if you start off with an automatic, you're going to have a restriction. So in other words, you're not going to be able to drive a stick shift truck. So understand that. I know these schools, I don't know whether the schools are doing this on purpose or what. But if you're getting a free ride to get your license the right way. Do not train on an automatic truck because you're going to have a restriction. The only people that have automatic trucks, that believe in automatic trucks, are the mega companies, all right? Small fleets, small companies like myself, we don't have automatic trucks. I've had chances to buy automatic trucks. I don't like them. I don't trust them. Us as truck drivers, we want to have a little more control of that truck coming down a hill or going up a hill. With an automatic, it's kind of hard to trust that transmission, shifting gears. Even though they've been out for a while, I still don't trust it. Before I bought these other two trucks, I tried the automatic and I didn't like the way it was shifting. And that's why I didn't buy it, because of the way it was shifting, It was kind of like jerking, every time it shifted gears. And I was just bobtailing. So do yourself that favor. If you're getting a free ride on getting your CDLs, do not train on an automatic truck. Don't believe what the school is telling you, that most companies are doing the automatic thing. Now, if you plan on going with a mega company, like say, for instance, Swift, England, Crest, they have automatics. But guess what? The small companies are the ones that are going to pay you, and the small companies don't have automatics. So think about that and huff and puff if that school is trying to train you on an automatic truck. Do what you can, but get on a stick, get on a manual truck. Do not train on an automatic truck. Two things are going to happen. If you train with an automatic, and of course, your license is going to show a restriction on there where you can only drive automatics. And two things are going to happen if you get pulled over by Highway Patrol or DOT. You're going to get fined if you're driving a stick truck. Or they're going to tow away that truck because you have no business in that truck. You got to remember, this is not a car. That diesel can kill a lot of people. So they take that restriction serious. So if you go to school for your CDL, do not train on an automatic truck. Don't believe the school saying, well, Well, everybody's driving automatics now, and it's going to come to that. Yeah, it might come to that, but right now, not everybody has automatic trucks. Everybody's still driving stick trucks, manual trucks. So, and again, if you start off with the stick truck, if you're shifting gears, you're not going to have a restriction on driving an automatic truck. If you start off with an automatic, you're going to have that restriction that you cannot drive a stick truck. So don't put that restriction on you, because you're closing yourself doors as far as trying to get jobs. So do not do it, people. Do not train on an automatic truck. Let's use in the neighborhood, the Grumpy Trucker, Poor King. What's going on, Poor King? It's been a while, bro. Great freight. Need email, please. I thought I put the email on your chat over there with DIY. But I'll put it right now. Give me a minute. Trucker Assist. Howdy. German. What up, German? Junior, what's going on? R. Gonzalez. Tío, ¿cómo estás? DIY, what's going on, DI? Go check out DIY Sammy, man. Great channel over there. Great freight. Hit the like. Crypto. What's going on, Crypto? Marcus. Truck prices are crazy. Yeah, they are. FKC. Right. I made the mistake not training on manual. I got my restriction taken off. Kevin KC, how did you get that restriction taken off, bro? You had to go to the DMV again and do the whole process? Did you have to take the written test again? Because these guys are asking me, and I just don't know what the hell to tell them. I just tell them, go to the DMV, go get the information from the DMV to get that restriction taken off. But did you have to do the written test again, or did you just have to do the driving test? That's the big question that these guys have. Let me see who else. Storefront. I'm from Chicago. Chicago in the house. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. I'm in the process of getting my Intermodal here in Chicago. Any word or wisdom? Intermodal sucks. It's the worst, man. Intermodal is the worst, man. It's easy work. It's easy work. It's dropping hook at the rails, but it's just the pay. The pay is just the worst when it comes to the trucking industry. That is the worst of the worst. But good luck with that, bro. Appreciate that. Eddie, what up? Pony Boy, what's going on? Velasquez, do you need an MC number to jump on Amazon or DAT? George, it's an advantage. It opens up doors when you have your MC. There's a lot of brokers that don't know that if you're only staying in state here in California, I don't know about the rest of the states, but here in California, you don't need an MC. But there's a lot of brokers that still don't know. But yeah, it does open up doors for you. Believe me, getting an MC, it does open up doors. And in order to get an MC and say, for instance, you're only in state, you don't go out of state, what the person has to do is file for you to go out state. You don't have to go out of state. They're just going to file it, get your MC number. Once your MC number is approved, they can refile for you to just be in state. That is possible. But as far as you being in state, you cannot file for an MC number. It's another crazy rule that California has. So if you're just in state, and that's what your authority has, that's what it states, you have to change it to interstate. You file for your MC number then. You don't have to go out of state. You file for your MC number then. Once your MC number is approved, they send you your numbers. You can file again just for intrastate, just in the state. It's possible. I've done it. That's the way we are. But yeah, again, an MC number it's good, because it opens up a lot of doors. A lot of states don't know that we don't need an MC number, but they don't know that. So when you go on a load board, or you get a call from some guy in Bone, Egypt, DIY Semi, or uh, and they're offering you loads, and they ask you for your MC number, and you tell them, I don't have an MC number. They just hang up on you because they can't mess with you because you don't have an MC number. But that's why, because a lot of brokers, a lot of companies don't know that you don't need an MC number if you're just in the state. So, but it's good to have. Believe me, get your MC number. It opens up doors. Retain the manual. Retrain with the manual and driving. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jefe KC. I'm gonna go ahead and relate that because they didn't know what the hell they were gonna do. But yeah, I kind of figured that's all they had to do is just do the driving test, which is pretty good. Okay, LLC, what do you think about buying truck this time? A bit expensive now. Why do you think? And what kind of truck is good for owner operating? Uh, you know, to each his own when it comes to buying trucks. I think of the driver because I was a driver myself. Well, I'm still a temp driver. Wish I can go back to it, but I can't do. I'm not a multitasker the way they say. Where I can drive and manage the company at the same time. I can't do it. I tried it and it's impossible for me. But I think of the driver. Do I want the driver to sit there for 2-3 hours while he's doing a pickup or a delivery and just sit up on his seat, or put a piece of plywood down and then lay down on that when he's driving a day cab? Or do I want to get him a truck where he can lay down in the bed and just kick back, relax, not be so stressed about waiting for these people to load him or offload him? That's the way I think. So you want my advice of what kind of truck to get? I couldn't tell you. It's your preference. That's them are the kind of things that I look at. That's how I buy trucks. I think of the driver. Big Money, what's going on, Big Money? You ain't asleep yet, dude? Jesus Christ! What, you got to get up tomorrow at the crack of dawn? You're crazy. You're crazy, the shy one. Retook the driving test. Good thing. Jefe KC. Eddie Frasto, what's going on, Eddie? Few prices getting awful. Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. Does MC get canceled if you don't start driving within a year? I believe so, KC. I don't quote me on it, but I believe so. Eric Freeman, yes, you have to do the drive test over again if anyone has a restriction on the license. Good to know, Eric. Good to know. These drivers, they're hurting. They want to work. I was like, yeah, I ain't got no problem. As a matter of fact, I just spoke to a driver yesterday. I think it was this morning. It was a female, and she called me, and I was like, I can't help you. You have a restriction, and I can't. And she started telling me, well, I went through some kind of program where they did it for free. And the school told her, well, all the companies are doing automatics, so you might as well train on a automatic truck, which is a bunch of BS. And again, I don't know if the school did it on purpose, to get more money so she can come back and train on a manual truck or what, but that's not cool. So you guys just keep your eye out for that. It's just
Herbert, I don't know if that's like something for today or.
Okay. No, that's for tomorrow for
him?
Yeah, for Herbert. So anywho, yeah, just if you want to get into this trucking industry, just keep that in mind. Don't train on an automatic truck. Don't do that. Don't restrict yourself from getting some good work and getting some good pay. Yeah, mega companies have the automatic trucks. Mega companies are not going to pay you. Believe me, mega companies are not going to pay you. The ones that are going to pay you what you're worth is the smaller companies, mom and pop companies. Don't call me pop because I'm not that old. Anywho, Pony Boy, is it possible to get loads with carriers having only my motor carrier permit here in California? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, Pony Boy. But it's just, again, it just depends whether the company knows that you don't need an MC number, you know? You have to, I don't know. I've done it, where I've told the companies, hey, I don't need an MC number because I don't go out of state. If you look up the law, we don't need an MC number. Some look it up, some say, no, we still need an MC number. So, but is it possible, Pony? Yeah, it is, because I've done it, before I got my MC number. But once I realized, instead of going through all that drama and explaining myself, just let me go get an MC number. So I ended up getting an MC number. Crawley, how much do your company drivers gross a week, and how many hours do they work? Uh, they take home. Uh, they average 1,700. Yeah, they average 1,700. That's my slower driver. Uh, he takes home 1,700 in his pocket. In his pocket. Uh, so yeah. You have to do a CDL driving test in manual to get the restriction off. Good thing, John. Good thing. Cash is King Trucking. What's going on, Cash is King Trucking? It's another good channel, fellas. You guys get a chance, go check out his brother, Cash is King Trucking, and DIY Semi. Good channels, man. Good people over there. Velasquez, any insurance that you can recommend me out of here? Yeah. Here I'll write down. Here I'll write you down. I forgot what are they? NPF, I think, or NFP, something like that. That's the name of the insurance broker. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, that's it. 390 0035. But who was asking for it? Jorge Velasquez, here you go, bro. Here you go. They're out of Ontario. Good people. I've been with them for a few years. Good people. They're on it. They're on it. I've never had no problems with them. Good people over there. I think they're called MPF or NFP, something like that. But just ask for Veronica or Bambi. They'll help you out. Good people over there. Good luck with that, George. Okay. The shy one. I'm going to bed now. Damn, the shy one. You crazy. You crazy. School want to kick you out quicker, but they will retain your manual. But they will retrain you with manual. Yeah, that's true, Jefe Casey. Yeah, that's crazy the way they did that girl, They trained her on a manual and told her, all the companies are using manuals. I mean automatics. So you don't need to train on a manual, and that's just crazy. But that's just an eye opener for the rest of us, and the ones that are trying to get into the industry that want to get the CDL. Just keep that in mind. Don't train on an automatic truck, regardless of what the school tells you. Huff and puff if you have to. Uh, and if you're in one of these programs where you're getting your CDL for free, make it worth it. Make it worth it. Argue and huff and puff that you don't want to train on an automatic truck. You want to train on a manual truck. If they don't have a manual truck, then look for another school. But you don't want to train on an automatic truck. Because again, the mega companies, that's why they're mega companies. They treat their drivers like mules. They don't know their name, they don't know their last name, they don't know their birthday, they don't know any of that. All they know is their truck number. They are numbers to these mega companies because they're so big. And drivers come and go in them companies. So the ones that are gonna pay you what you're worth are the smaller companies, the mom and pop companies. We are gonna pay every driver because we were drivers. Mega companies have dispatchers, managers, supervisors. They've never driven a truck. All they know is how to dispatch loads. That's it. They don't care how you get that load over there. Their job is to make you take that load and deliver it or pick it up. Where a smaller fleet cares about their drivers, make sure that they get there. They try not to force dispatch on them. If the load sucks, of course, we're not going to book it. If the load is okay, then we'll run it by the driver and see, if that's something he can do. But we'll take the driver under consideration, but we just ain't going to push stuff on them. So you got to factor all that into your thoughts. You want to restrict yourself and only drive automatics, then go be a mute for the mega companies. You want to drive both the manual and the automatic with no restrictions, have the freedom to go anywhere and get a job, you can do that. Drive a manual, 9 out of 10 times, you're going to come to a small company like ours, and you're going to get paid for what you're worth, not as a number, as a name. So think about that. No problem, Jorge. Pony Boy, I know rails suck, but what would be a good rate from LA BNSF to Moreno Valley? Just trying to get an idea. As far as the rail, Pony Boy, it's been a while since I've done it, but I know their rate is something like maybe 4 something, and then they try to make it like sound good. If you pick up an empty, you're gonna pay you for that empty and reload it. It's all a bunch of BS. All these rail companies, they screw up the numbers trying to brainwash drivers that they're making good money, but in reality, rail work is easy, real easy, but it's the worst industry that you can get into because it does not pay. So I can't really answer that, Pony Boy, because it's been a while. But I'm thinking maybe in the 4 to 500. That's what they pay. But I think it's a round trip where you pick it up from BNSF, you drop it, you pick up a load there, and then you go reload it, and then you take it back to BNSF. So they consider that the round trip. I believe that's the way it went. But no, that's not the way. Because if I pick up a load here and I take it to Moreno Valley, I'm going to get paid for that load. Once I'm empty and I go pick up another load, I'm going to get paid for that load too, to take it back to BNSF. But that's the way the rail company, there's not a good rail company. Believe me, there is not a good rail company. They all pay the same. Hub Group, JB Hunt, here in California, we have Redbird. We got all kinds of them. and they all pay the same. Don't let yourself get fooled. All they do is twist the numbers around, trying to make it sound interesting to drivers so they can recruit drivers and owner operators. But they're all the same. Rails, they're the worst. But I was there, I think 5 or 7 years, something like that. And I thought I was making good money, but in reality, no, I wasn't. Uh, no restrictions here. Good thing, John. Anchor, great stuff. Thanks a lot. X X23, what's going on, X23? But yeah, back to the subject. Do not train on an automatic truck. When you go to that school to get your CDL, do not train on an automatic truck. You're only closing doors for yourself as far as trying to get jobs. Don't believe the schools that they're saying everybody's using automatic trucks. Eventually, everybody will get there, but we're not there yet. This stuff is barely kicking in, and small companies like myself, we're still not there. So don't don't train on automatic truck. No problem, Pony Boy. I wish I could answer you, Pony Boy, but I can't remember what it pays. I'm thinking it's in the 400s, maybe five. I'm not too sure. But the only good thing about BNSF is their equipment. Their equipment is up to par. I mean, chassis are always good, lights are always good, tires are always good, mud flaps, everything's always up to par when it comes to BNSF. You go across the street, Union Pacific, their stuff is tore up. Chassis look like they're from the 1940s. They suck. But I can't really answer that, Pony Boy. Rail work is just it's just something else, bro. But it's easy. It's easy. You're in and out, but it's the worst pay that you can get into. Me and the shy one, we were there for a few years, and now that I know what I know, I'm say to myself, Jesus, why was I there so damn long? But that's just part of life. You got to go through the rough spots before you get to the smooth sailing. So anywho, let me see. Let me get back to where are you at? Where are you at? Great Freight. Did you get my email, Great Freight? If not, let me know and I'll put it down here so you can snatch it now. I don't know what you got going over there, but sounds interesting. NorCal trucker having problem with the 2015 Cascadia DD15. What's wrong with the NorCal trucker? I think I know a little bit. I think, even though I'm not a certified mechanic. Convoy tried to get me to take an empty trailer from Mariloma to Van Nuys. Yeah, how much? Like $80? What I used to do with Convoy is when they had an open window like that, I would just use it for another load. I book some hub group work, TQL, stuff like that. Uh, I think Great Freight is live now. Oh, okay. Uh, Jimmy, Jimmy, $50. I don't know what that means. Uh, losing power on hills. Losing power on hills. NorCal trucker, that could be a numerous of things. It could be your oil filters that are clogged. It could be your air filter that is clogged. But start off with that. Air filters and your oil filters, your fuel filters. Losing power. I know the answer. I just can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of it. Speed sensor. Could be the speed sensor. But start off with that, the filters. The air filter, oil filter, fuel filter. Then go down to the speed sensor. I can't think of the other one. I'll think about it right now. NorCal trucker. Storefront flips. If Intermodal ain't the answer, what do you recommend for a big city like Chicago? Port, Chicago, port. Do some port work over there, bro. Convoy try to pay me $50. Yeah, Jimmy, just use it for another load, bro. Just book yourself another load. Change all filters already. Can it be the injectors or fuel pump? Nah. No, it's not the injectors, bro. The injectors would be would have a hard start, you know. The fuel pump, I doubt it either, bro. I'm trying to think of, because I had that issue. I just can't remember what it was on one of my trucks. I can't remember what we swapped out and it came back to life. But I'll think about it. Samuel, hey Vic, I have the same problem. My Series 60 2009 Columbia. What, you losing power too? Same thing, bro. Swap out your filters. Swap out your filters. Series 60. Your air filter. Swap out that air filter and put some Donaldson filters, oil filters, and fuel filters. Do not put them. What are the other fuel filters? The white ones. Fleet Guard. Do not put them on. Them suck on them trucks. On a Series 60, do not put them Fleet Guard on. Put Donaldson's on there. And I swapped out the speed sensor on the Series 60. Was it Samuel? On the Series 60, I did that. Air filter and all my filters, oil filters, fuel filters, and water separator. I put Donaldson's and I swapped out my speed sensor. My speed sensor or turbo sensor. No, it's a speed sensor. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think it was the speed sensor. I swapped that out. The engine came back to life. Yes, also have a hard start. Yeah, then it's gonna be your injectors, NorCal trucker. It's gonna be one of your injectors or two of your injectors, bro. They're going out. Yeah, they're going out, bro. It's not gonna be your fuel pump though. It's gonna be your injectors. Sorry to tell you, bro. Sorry to break the bad news, but yeah, it's gonna be your injectors. And don't go rebuild. Please do not go rebuild. Don't listen to that mechanic if he tells you it's cheaper to go rebuild. What you pay for is what you're gonna get. So don't go rebuild. Believe me, do not go rebuild. Rebuilds suck. They're gonna break down within a month. They suck. I did it, and yeah, it's the worst mistake that I could have done. I was trying to go cheap, like a cheap ass, like always, and yeah, I had to replace all 6 of them because there was only one that was bad, and the mechanic said, "You know what? Let's just rebuild them all." They rebuilt them all, and it was the 5th injector that went out at first. When they rebuilt them, they put them back in a month later. My 2nd injector went out. So I just said, screw it. Take them all out, put them all brand new. Go brand new. If you have the money for it, bro, go brand new. I know what I'm telling you. Nestor, air to air hose, magical life. I want to drive for Nestor, air charger, magical life. Hi, Vic. I want to drive as 1099 driver. Who do you recommend? Where you at, Magical Life? Where do you live? NorCal trucker. Using my diesel, then usual. Rough idle. Truck is making noise nonstop. Yeah, it's gonna be your injector, NorCal. It's gonna be your injector, bro. If it's not one, it's more than one. Sorry to break it to you. Da, 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 da. If anyone is willing to hire me as a 1099 drive here in LA, contact me. Magical. Oh shuts. Magical Life. What kind of work are you trying to do? Are you trying to do port, dry van? What are you trying to do? NorCal trucker. Buy new for sure. Just got into Cali from Oregon, coming back empty. Truck only went 35 in hills. Sure, he prays to all of them or only bad ones. If you had the money, North Cal trucker, if you had the money, bro, replace them all, bro. Replace them all, because now the other injectors are trying to accommodate for the loss of that one or two injectors. I don't know how many injectors are going out. So these other injectors have gotten weak. So just replace them all, bro. Believe me, that's gonna save you a whole lot of money. I'm in Los Angeles. Magical Life, what kind of work are you trying to do? Are you trying to do port, dry van? What kind of work are you trying to do? When you get a chance, Magical Life, send me an email. I got a buddy down in LA that real good dude. He's got a few openings, so we might be able to squeeze you in with him. No problem, North Cal trucker. Appreciate you tuning in. So, anyways, back to the subject. Do not train on an automatic truck. Drive amp hazmat double triple with cooler. It does not matter. Yeah, Magical Life. Send me an email, bro, and I'll hook you up with my buddy, and he can fit you in there, man. He's out of LA, so Luis Magaña, you have any work up north? I have no work, Luis. I only do down here, down in LA and San Bernardino. That's it, bro. That's it. My trucks get anywhere near close to a scale, they start throwing up coolant. So that's how local we stay. What are the signs of a bad fuel pump? God, bad fuel pump. Bad fuel pump can also be a rough start, NorCal, but you losing power going up the hill would have nothing to do with the fuel pump. Believe me, it's gonna be an injector. Magical Life, I just put it down right there, bro. It's medb2837@gmail.com. No problem, Magic Life. But yeah, NorCal, as far as the fuel pump, I doubt it, bro. But again, I'm not a mechanic. I could be wrong, So, but I know what I went through, and that was my sign. My truck would not start. I cranked it a couple of times and it just wouldn't go. And then I ended up getting some starting fluid. I pulled the air filter out. I sprayed it and had my wife start the truck. It cranked right up. But once we went and delivered the next load, same process. I had to do the same process. And it was a bad injector. So, and I was losing power. I was losing power going up the hill. But I could be wrong, NorCal trucker. So better safe than sorry. Just go get it put on a computer. That computer will give you more of a detail what's going on with your truck. So anyways, fellas, I'm 40 minutes into this video. Just want to give you guys a little advice. Do not train on an automatic truck. Don't get that restriction put on your license. Rates are good on the DAT load board local, Southern Cali. Yeah, they are. They are, Ramon. They are. So anyways, fellas, if you're out there driving, drive safe. NorCal trucker, drive safe. And we'll see you guys on our next video.